What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dummy Wormy. I'm coming at you with another video. And ever since the world premiere for the Assassin's Creed Shadows game, everybody has been on edge and predominantly very negative when it comes to what's actually happening here. And you can actually see it with the original ratio in regards to this world premiere trailer, sitting at 605,000 downvotes to only 302 upvotes. Now, after not one, but two full-fledged delays, we officially have a story trailer that dropped just the other day. And after watching it, I'm not really changed on my opinion. It was completely bland. It was very lackluster. It featured, yes, Naoe as our main character for the majority of the time, as she is a ninja or Konichi going on to be an assassin. And what's the actual story? Well, it's her, I guess, versus Yasuke. I'm not even lying there. It really just looks like she's competing against Yasuke and trying to halt the ever encroachment of Oba Nobunaga. Okay. But for the most part, when it comes to this trailer, it does, for the most part, look relatively promising. When we come down here and we see that it's sitting at a 16,000 upvotes to only 8.2k downvotes. Now, there were some people initially that were pointing out that the views to upvotes weren't making sense ever since the initial trailer dropped. And I didn't see it myself, but there are claims that this particular trailer is getting botted, mainly again because the upvotes were higher than the amount of views when it first came out. I can't verify that. I have no proof to that. Only have comments from the actual Ubisoft account to try to justify that. But to maybe further the point that some of these like to dislike ratios don't seem very normal, is we can come over here to the Ubisoft Japan account to just take a look at what's going on here, and we can see a stark difference in the like to dislike ratio going on here, with the likes being much lower than the actual dislikes. And again, these are very different like to dislike ratio numbers, but you're seeing 366 downvotes to only 136 upvotes. And when you scroll through these comment sections, it is predominantly all in Japanese, and I had to translate a few of these, and for the most part, they're not very positive on the trailer either. Again, predominantly focusing on Yasuke, predominantly pointing out Yasuke, pointing out issues that they're seeing, wondering why Yasuke has more vibrant armaments than Oba Nobunaga or things like that, and how they're not really excited for this, and they're really not looking forward to this game at all. But I do want to go back to the initial point raised that this game has been delayed twice, and we are finally 2 months before launch getting a story trailer about this. Well, it wasn't just a story trailer that we ended up seeing. We also saw a gameplay trailer. Assassin's Creed Shadows gameplay Twitch stream shows a buggy, bland game that puts no fears to rest. And the realities of this trailer and the realities of what's going on here is nobody's seeing a real difference here. Nobody's opinion of this game has changed drastically. There's a few people that are excited, but they were excited for the very beginning. I see no new people excited for this game. And when it comes to the gameplay test, it really wasn't even that fancy to begin with. And we can come over here to Grums, who actually has a clip of the actual trailer itself, or the gameplay footage from Twitch. And you can see Assassin's Creed Shadows bugs out on official Ubisoft livestream happening now. They tried and failed to pet the dog. And when you actually take a look at this, it's crazy.
Hold on a second. Hello.
See, you could see there was Y to pet dog.
Hello.
Hello.
Come here. Come here. Come over here.
He's no.
And it never pops up again. They can't pet the dog.
Sure.
He's not sure. We're not cool like that yet. Don't worry, I will earn your.
And you could say, well, that's a minor thing. It could be a hitbox notion or something like that. But we can come back over to why they specifically said they delayed it the first time. They pointed out the launch of Star Wars Outlaws as being one of the main reasons to delay it initially, citing Star Wars Outlaws, which had one of the buggiest outings ever. One of the buggiest openings. Game was completely broken. People were actually forced to restart their entire save files because it was constantly getting corrupted. Game constantly broke. Entire platforms and sections weren't able to work, and even stealth sections that Ubisoft should be known for, they couldn't get to work correctly. So when the game is specifically getting delayed because of Star Wars Outlaws and how many bugs there, you would expect to see a very polished game, a game with very little bugs at all. And again, this could just be one tiny bug, but that begs the question, how many other bugs are there? What else is going on here? What else are you hiding behind the scenes? And this just leads more and more people to think that, hey, yeah, Ubisoft's doomed. Ubisoft seemingly prepping for bankruptcy ahead of Assassin's Creed Shadows release, as past failures spell almost certain doom. And you also have to go into what the even developers of this game have talked about. When we come back over here to this article from Phantom Pulse, Ubisoft executives says Assassin's Creed Shadows devs thinks it's the worst thing they've ever seen. We already know that the vast majority of the people working on this game have never worked on games before in their entire lives. They are considered dead weight in some regards, and the developers themselves have openly said they think it's the worst thing ever. And when we scroll down to what he actually had to say, it even tells you verbatim they don't like it. One of the things that I've noticed since the pandemic is that we have a lot of juniors in our teams. Probably half the team that's building Assassin's Creed is building a game for the first time. Why you have juniors working on Assassin's Creed is insane to me. This should be your best of the best, your cream of the crop, working on the game that was supposed to save you from bankruptcy right now. But so they don't know, he continued, even though they're playing the game right now and they think it's the worst thing they've ever seen. People that have never worked on these games before in their life are working on Assassin's Creed. People that have never made a game in their entire life are working on Assassin's Creed. And in a recent leak, we ended up finding out that the majority of the team have never built a game, period, and don't know what the heck they're doing. And even they're admitting it's the worst thing they've ever seen. Doesn't matter how many times you delay it. Doesn't matter if you put out a fancy story trailer that is honestly just bland and doesn't really move the needle on anything, and you decide to bot it to try to convince people that it's actually a good game. Everybody is in agreement. Nobody cares. Nobody likes this, and more than likely, this game will fundamentally lead Ubisoft to its final bankruptcy, but only time will tell, and I'm going to leave it there. Let me get your guys' thoughts on this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it out, friends, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification for every time I put out a new video live, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.